to keep the train rolling. The undefeated Kansas City Chiefs make franchise history, keeping a 14-game win streak alive with no plans of slowing down against their division rival this coming Sunday. It is a short week for the reigning Super Bowl champs as they nurse a few key injuries, but nothing this squad can't handle. We're going to talk all things Chiefs Kingdom now. All right, 3, 2, 1. What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Wednesday. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. Kansas City, to much surprise, kept things pretty tame yesterday. They did not make any more trades ahead of the deadline. So we're going to check in with the team now, who turns their focus to the Denver Broncos, Coach Reid, and Patrick Mahomes on deck. But first, give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and let's get into it. To some fans' surprise, General Manager Brett Veach did not add any new players to the roster yesterday ahead of the NFL trade deadline. Kansas City instead leans on what they have in-house with their latest additions in wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins and linebacker Josh Uche. Now, Yahoo Sports says the back-to-back champs really are winners when it comes to the NFL trade deadline. They said, quote, "The Chiefs traded the Tennessee Titans a 2025 conditional fifth-round draft pick for wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, and the New England Patriots a 2026 sixth-rounder for edge rusher Josh Uche. Hopkins, already a star in Monday night's overtime win over the Tampa Bay Bucks, catching 8 of 9 targets for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Don't count out how this threat also boosts tight end Travis Kelce, who hit 100 receiving yards in a regular season game for the first time in more than a year. How many more aging weapons can the Chiefs revive? Well, hey, in my opinion, this guy is the limit when it comes to what this franchise can do." So here is a quick look at the recap of the NFL trade deadline transactions. A few names that floated around in conversations with the Chiefs were quarterback Tre'Davious White, who left the Rams for the Ravens, and Marshawn Lattimore, who of course went from the Saints to the Commanders. Now, fans did speculate a little bit about veteran Mike Edwards, who was released by the Bills yesterday, but ultimately reports saying today that the former Chief is headed to the Titans. Now, here are a few more deals to note as they concern the AFC. The Steelers snagged wide receiver Mike Williams from the New York Jets and linebacker Preston Smith from the Packers. And then the Bengals, they found their new running back in Khalil Herbert by way of the Chicago Bears, while running back Zach Moss is heading to the IR. Now, the Chiefs might not have added to the roster yesterday, but they did create a little more room. Charles Goldman from A to Z Sports writes that according to the NFL's daily personal notice for Tuesday, November 5th, the Chiefs released linebacker Cole Christensen from the 53-man roster. Christensen was initially signed from the practice squad to the 53-man roster back in mid-September ahead of their Week 3 game in the 2024 NFL season. Now, he's been a core special teamer for Dave Toub during that time, playing over 50% of the team's special team snaps in each of the last 6 games. Now, today we did learn an update that the Chiefs have already re-signed Christensen back to their practice squad, but they've released Amani Bailey from the practice squad. Now, that means that there is still one spot available on the 53-man roster. How could the Chiefs fill the spot? Well, it might be a sign that one player is potentially returning soon from the IR. It could also mean that the Chiefs plan to pick up a free agent or a veteran player, or Kansas City might sign a player from the practice squad. We'll, of course, have to wait and see how things play out.
You know when you discover a new binge-worthy show or a song that you bump on repeat and you have to share it with your friends so they can experience just how awesome it is? That's kind of what it feels like when you discover Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. That's such an awesome deal, there's no way you can keep it to yourself. Friends, don't let friends overpay for wireless. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plan and switch to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you and your squad with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. That's mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
All right, it is now time to check in with the team. Broncos week, here we go. Head coach Andy Reid, quarterback Patrick Mahomes, quarterback Trent McDuffie, as well as wide receiver Mecole Hardman all spoke at the podium today. Without further ado, here are those need-to-know sound bites from today's availability.
No, he won't have to back off, but he manages it. You know, he stays on top of all that. So, yeah, we're taking it week by week, day by day, that whole deal. I mean, it's and then we've got to work through the doctors on that, so and the checkups there. But they're both doing great. They're both making progress. Juju the same way. So we're getting close,
But not this week, you don't think?
I don't think so, no. First of all, Matt does a great job supplying the plays on that, and the guys buy in and believe in it. And you got an offensive line that's doing a nice job protecting, and a quarterback that's a real good player. And then the receivers and Kels have just and Noah have done a great job with their execution there. So and staying alive. So if there was a breakdown here or there, they did a great job in coverage. The guys stay alive and are able to get themselves open. But it starts with Matt and what he's put together for him. Yeah, he's doing a good job. He just had that luck of stepping out of bounds there. I mean, but what a great route. That was an adjustment he made to even put himself in that position off of the route. But he's doing a good job. He didn't have his number dialed up as much as he did the weeks in the past. I mean, most of the stuff ended up going to Kels and 8. So but there'll be weeks like, that his number's called up more. And that just is how it goes in these games.
It's doing good, Obviously, when you have a little bit of a roll, it's a little bit of sore. But I'm able to move around, and I look forward to getting out of practice and seeing how I can push it as the week goes on. Yeah, I mean, you just continue to get him more and more comfortable within the offense. I mean, obviously, he had a big game this last game, but we continue to give him more and more opportunities to make plays, and we move him around and let him do what he's special at, and that's catching the football, winning one-on-one matchups, and getting open in zone coverage. And so it's just going to help the entire offense, not only for him, but helping other guys get open as well. And obviously with the big game that he had this last game, I'm sure there'll be more eyes on him this week, which will in turn help other guys get open. Very well coached. They play extremely hard, and they have great football players. I mean, that's what it takes on great defenses is they have an understanding for the scheme that we run. I mean, Coach Joseph has played against us a lot as a head coach, as a defensive coordinator, so he knows how to take away some of the stuff that we're really good at. They have great. I mean, Surtain might be the best corner in the NFL. So you have a guy that can take away some guys because he's that good of a player, that high caliber of a player. But then the whole entire team, they play together as a team. They play hard. They don't let you have anything easy. And so some of those drives, even in the game we won, we got down the football field, but they didn't give up touchdowns. They forced us into turnovers. They forced us into field goals, and they played the long game. So it's about us executing, like you said, these long drives and finding ways to get in the end zone. And know it's going to take perfection on every single drive in order to do that.
I think everybody was able to come in here. I've been able to see they come in and they just get right back to what our philosophy is about. I don't think we've ever brought anybody in here that I've personally seen that's been about themselves or been selfish or been like, oh, I came here and I'm this person. They all kind of just come in here and lock in and get into our philosophy of what we are about the Chiefs, and I love it. And they always bring a lot of energy like we just talked about, and it's just fun to see guys come in here from other teams and listen to their stories and then see what they're going to be able to produce for us. And kind of like D-Hop the other day having a huge game, which, for us, we haven't seen D-Hop have many big games like that in the past few years. So for him to come in, step up, learn the offense this quickly, have a big game, it brings a lot of confidence not only to the defense but to the offense too.
D-Hop was a big thing around my town, man. He definitely was a receiver that everybody we know about. Like I said, he probably was like 40 minutes from my house, right over the South Carolina border. So but yeah, he definitely was a big name and a guy that you watch play, at Clemson. He's been doing that for a while now. What he did this last game in college and high school, so he's been doing that for a minute now. So ain't no surprise.
I got one housekeeping note for you. Defensive end Tershawn Wharton will not practice today due to a knee contusion that he suffered during the game on Monday. Wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster, who is dealing with a hamstring issue, it's been going on for a couple weeks, he will also not work. Everyone else is going to practice. Coach Reid also shared that there is no need to back off Patrick Mahomes' workload this week due to rolling his ankle in the game on Monday. Alrighty, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily. As always, we will be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you here on Thursday.